Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon back with another episode of DC Universe Online. And we're going back to the booster bundle price guide as we had a new one released this week. So in this video we're going to go over a couple of things. There's going to be the usual pricing for US PC PS. So this doesn't apply to EU or Xbox, but I'd be interested if you could comment down the prices on those servers, because sometimes they actually follow the US PC trend as far as percent though. So yeah, it's going to be the usual price guide where we look at the broker. We're less than a week in, so it's only a few days in, but recently the prices of these promos haven't shifted like a whole lot. But we'll go over the prices and my predictions, and then after that we'll take a look at what's inside the bundle and my feedback on that, and then we'll talk a little bit about the rarity of the items, and then we'll get to a few unboxings. So unfortunately I won't be able to display these items for quite some time, because as usual, I always open them at the end of the promo, and I try to make money off the ones in the beginning. So in this bundle, as you can see from the live stream, which I will link in the description below, the commons are going to be the Tesla auras, which are a variant of what we've already seen. And going in order of price, purple is the lowest. Purple always seems to get like the short end of the stick when it's released to the public. Not too many people go for the purples. But these are actually pretty high to begin with. And this is not different from day one. Like, these were about 3 million on day one. So they only went down a little bit over the course of a few days. So purple is around like 2.7 going into 3. There aren't too many of these on here yet, because I think purple only takes up the first page. The other thing going on here is SM, survival mode, so maybe that's a distraction from people opening these boxes. Then we have, next up is orange. You're going to see some yellows mixed in, but orange is probably the second one, the second cheapest. These can still fluctuate since it's early. So we have orange in at about 3.1. These are all going to be within the same range. With boosters, there's like a drastic difference between the three tiers of frequency. So continuing on yellow. Yellow is going to be about 3.5, because you're going to see a lot of these mixed in to the higher pages. And then as we get into the fours, you see the whites trickle in. I would have thought yellow would perform better, because yellow kind of matches like the super speed power. And it's a good speedster aura, actually. If you are unable to get some of the others, it's a nice plain speedster aura. Then we're starting to see green in here. Now I wonder why green is outperforming yellow. Like, I mean, I would put it on like a Green Lantern, but there are like several other green auras that I think work better on the Green Lantern than a Tesla. But so far green seems to be the best performing one. But I would put green and white in at about 4.5. The ones that are like above the 5 area are overpriced. Like, these are unlikely to sell unless someone clicked it by mistake. So yeah, not too many of those on the broker yet. It's the same case with gleaming. There aren't a lot on here to really assess the price of these. like within reason, I would say the Gleamings are probably 17 to 18. These are far overpriced, and there aren't too many on here to tell like which one the public is going for more, whether it's orange or blue. It's just that the drop rate of these is probably too low to even tell. I haven't seen any of these myself. I only opened 3 before this video, and they were all Teslas. So yeah, I would look for these to be around this range. I'm guessing over time the Teslas are going to drop to much lower. Like I'm probably guessing 1/3 of the price you see here. Gleamings will probably be half of the price you see here. The reason why I'm predicting a drastic drop is because the Rare is a completely different product that we haven't really seen before. It's really a 3-color material, a material that targets the 3 color swatches. So to search for this, you do Chroma Reward. So you get the Chroma Reward box, and you have to go to all because it's inside a box. I see there's only one up there right now. But these have ranged, like, I think 200 million was the lowest I ever saw for this. So I would guess at this point in time it's probably a 250 average. And I think the last bundle we saw such a lopsided difference between the common and the rare was when the cosmic material came out. Because that was when they were releasing a new product, and it was competing against like common variants of a previous product. So like when Cosmic came out, it was bundled with variants of Glimmering and variants of Solar. The Solar was a high performing one, and let me see, hang on, I just got to make sure I get the name right, because a lot of these booster types sound the same. Yeah, Glimmering and Solar was what the Cosmic material was mixed with. Glimmering, as defined by the public, was the worst performing aura type. So, I don't remember the prices back then, but it was pretty lopsided with Cosmic material probably being in the 200 millions. But because of inflation, it was probably like lower than what these are what these are going for now. Okay, so yeah, that is basically the price guide. And as for what's included in the booster bundle, it's a little bit different than what we've seen in years past, but I think the last booster was still the same as this one. So 150 replay badges, this is pretty much, like, that's what I look at when I'm buying these. I don't even look at the aura. It's really a combination of these materials with which value over $10. And I think that's kind of how Daybreak gets away with this not being a loot box, because the random item is the bonus, and you're buying the non-random items. So the highlight is the 150 replays. You also get one Artifact XP pack that's worth 1,000 XP. That's priced in at $2. The replay badges was $5. In my opinion, like I said, I buy it for the replays. That should always stay there. I don't think the Artifact XP is worth it because they drop so much in the game. And I would never pay $2 for 1,000. Like, without it being in the pack. Like, I'm fine with it being in this pack because it's useful and I consume it right away. Item number 3 is the nth metal detector, and I think this is replacing one of the items that became obsolete. Maybe it was the R&D or something else. Nth metal detector is worth 50 cents. Again, I don't think it's worth it, because when I pop one of these, you just get like a cache every once in a while that's a little bit more XP. So again, that's something that I wouldn't pay for outside of the bundle, but it's fine being in the bundle. Radar Enhancer, 50-cent item. This has been in every booster pack, and it's the item I least use in every booster bundle. I don't know, I never really popped the radar, or maybe I just don't have time and I've never gotten to it, but every booster bundle I've opened, I've never used the radar yet. Those are just stacking up on a bank alt. But if you get those and you have the time to use them, you know, it is good to farm one of those rare collection areas and just sell them off. That's pretty much what I can see it being used for. Proto Repair Bot, it is useful, but you know, it's one of those things where I have too many stacking up and I'm gaining them faster than I can use them. But that has a $1 retail value, and it goes in the category where I wouldn't buy it, but it's fine being in the bundle. The vault tickets at $1. I don't remember if this was in the older booster bundles, but if it was, I would say it's more valuable now than what it used to be. Because in the past they didn't update the vault to include like the piece of gear, the guaranteed mark, and the nth metal. Whereas like if you use a vault ticket now, you are getting the gear for either salvage, which you should use it for on your highest character, because that way you get the highest exobyte. You get the mark, and then you get like some nth metal, which is higher than what you would normally get like from ads. So vault ticket, I would place that as a second place item behind the replay badges. That's well worth the money. So all in all, the package you're buying is not bad. The only thing I don't like is the radar, which is the 50-cent out of it. So for me, I still feel it's worth the buy. What Daybreak could do to improve this package is, I think, release several bundles. Like maybe have one that's just all replays. If that were the case, that's the one I'd be going for. Maybe have one that's all vault tickets, or you know, just have several for different people. And then what you could do with that variety is look at the analytics behind it and see which one sells, see which one are maybe the top 3 that sell the best, and then you repeat those next time. But yeah, I just think the current one is a bit too spread out, and they can be targeted better to different user profiles than they are now. Ideally, what it should really be, and I just don't think the cart allows this, the Daybreak cart, because it's probably like a lot of legacy code, but ideally it should really be a $10 purchase that awards you the box. $10 of anything, because these are all virtual items, so it doesn't matter as long as people spend $10. But it doesn't look like their cart system is complex enough to handle that, or they would probably have to do like a complete reprogramming of it, so I can totally understand that. But yeah, if they ever happen to redo the cart, that's how I would handle the booster bundles, and I think it would sell better. Because, you know, if 1, 2, or 3 of these things are like a negative to some people, they might not end up buying the box. So that's where I think the variety, having a variety of bundles is a little bit better. Okay, so as far as the rarity, it's pretty much, it's going to be the same in this bundle as in any of the past ones. But the negative I see that's coming out of is in the live stream, they spent so much time promoting the rare item, this chroma material. The problem with that is people are going to see that 30-minute video or whatever, and then you go to social media and you don't see any of it. Like, no, very few people have this. As of now, if you go to the DCO hashtag in Twitter, there weren't any posts of the chroma material all weekend. There was one that just went up right now, and I retweeted it. But you know, one post out of like all these days, they're losing a lot of like free advertising by making the item they're promoting super rare, because the players aren't getting it. And the thing is, like, when players get it and they promote it on social media, it makes the game look that much better. And I think the best example of this was when the power materials came out in Resurgence, because like that became a common thing. That made materials common. Previously, materials were like the rare of some package, so not that many people saw it and promoted it. That was the case with like Cosmic and Phoenix, all of the really early ones. Like they spent a lot of developer and designer time building these items, and they never got advertised because nobody ever got them dropped. And then when like the power materials came out, it was promoted all over the place in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And like if a new user comes across that and saw that in the game, it just makes the game look so much better than without the materials. Now I understand they need to make the rare thing like rarer in order for people to buy more bundles, but I just think it could be nudged a little bit to make it slightly more common. And I think they could do some work on the traffic side of things and social media marketing, where they make a correlation between like the server traffic, like the sales traffic of these booster bundles, and correlate it with the appearances in their social media channels. And then they should adjust it accordingly, because you know, if you go several days from release, and that's when the peak buying happens. And you go several days into it and then there's no social media posts, I don't think that's a success for like the viral marketing of the product. Okay, well that is my feedback for the bundle. So let's go ahead and open some of them. So I'm going to start with my premium account. I like to record from this account, you know, just in case I click something by mistake on the broker. This account is locked to 2,000 in cash, so what am I doing here? Alright, so yeah, this one is going to pay full price because it's non-member. And I'm just going to open one on this account because it doesn't have too much funds. And I'm doing the unboxing at the end because, you know, it's going to be boring. You're just going to see me unbox Teslas, like seriously. That's the rate of these things. And here we go, a green Tesla. So at this point in time, I'm not keeping any of these. It's better for me to sell them and then buy them on the last week when they have at least a chance of dropping. And to tell you the truth, I don't want the Teslas that badly. I'm going to be trying to get one of the Chroma boxes, but realistically, that hasn't, like, I've had the rare, I think, drop once out of all the booster bundles in history. I've had the rare drop only once. So going by that rate, you're probably not going to see that material on this channel. Okay, let me switch over to my legendary account. Okay, so back on the main account, and I'm going to open 3 here. I like to spread out my opens, so I'm not going to open like all of them in one period of time. So on day 1 I opened 3, and I'm just going to open 3 for this video, and then I'll probably wait at least another week. So purple Tesla, and you know, I'm just gonna wait a little bit in case they're programming like a timer thing that separates by minute. I probably shouldn't have opened both of those at once. But anyway, that's 6 total so far, and all Teslas. The other thing I'm gonna say for the end of this video is I'm starting to clean up like the inventory a little bit, and I evaluated all the things here in Alyssa's inventory, and I came across these 2 reward boxes. that are probably from some previous booster bundle. It could be 1 or 2 boosters ago, and I just forgot about them. So I'll open these at the end, and we'll check out what they are. So 2 purples, those are the 2 lowest ones. Let's see what this is. Oh, wow. I think I got pretty lucky on video here, which has never happened before. So that is the rare after rolling a straight 6 Teslas. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about opening this actually. Because yeah, here's the issue with my characters. If I happen to get one of these, it's probably going to go to the other character actually on my premium account, because I'm kind of going by what styles they match, and I'll go more in depth into why that would be the case in a future video. If I happen to get 2 of them, they're going to go on the twins, because they kind of have matching suits. So yeah, I'm not going to open these until the end, because the number I get will determine what characters they go on. Okay, so I was pretty happy to get that on video, because usually there's this, I have the superstition where I'll kind of record some boxes, but then not record others. Okay, so these mystery boxes, I have no idea what they are, because it's always called reward box. They never change the name of them. All I know is that they're not from Resurgence, because I think the Resurgence ones have a different name. Alright, let's check out what these are. Okay, so these are the Electrons. I don't even remember what bundle they're from. Blue Electron Aura. No idea how rare they are too. And Red Electron. I think these are kind of 2 forgotten types. I think they were cool looking, but I never had the armory space to save them on. But in any case, as a general thing, if you don't like the auras you're getting and you hold them for a long time, they do appreciate in value. So even these Teslas are going to go up in value because they expire, and years from now you're not going to be able to get them again. And I'll give you a case where this can actually help out in the future. I have one friend who did get the Chroma Reward box. They did not roll it in a booster box. They traded for it because somebody rolled one of these and was willing to trade it. And what they traded it for was they held a bunch of the older power materials, which have been expired for quite some time now. So they went up in price. And so that gives you some leverage. Even if you're not a legendary member, those are still pretty valuable. So if you saved up a bunch of those, you could trade those in the future for something you want that's pretty rare. So that would be the other avenue to get one of these Chroma Reward boxes, is if you had something in the past that's worth money. And I actually did that pretty recently too. I traded an expired aura type for that Man-Bat item that was pretty rare. It was the Man-Bat backup. So I just dug all the way back for an aura that was an equivalent price range. So yeah, that's the advantage of saving stuff for a super long time. But yeah, anyway, that'll do it for this long and exciting unboxing. So good luck opening yours, and remember that this lasts about a month, so you don't have to rush into it. If you want to work the broker, definitely wait till the end and buy the stuff at the end. Don't pay for anything now. Alright, that's it from here. Thanks for watching.